welcome to the channel. Happy Friday. Today is part 2 of our relocating the self-bailing scuppers in the Pursuit project boat. If you haven't watched part 1, go back to last week's video, check that out. We were doing some coring material. Today we're going to be glassing that stuff in. We're going to blow right through, putting the glass in and get to putting in a hatch in that new glassed in area and start the process of roughing that in to have some access down to the bilge. Fiberglass Coatings is giving us all of the material to use for this project, or most of the material, because we are actually, they're not sponsoring this episode. We have another sponsor coming later on to actually sponsor this episode. So stay tuned and you'll see who that is. You know what I think we do? I think once this is in there, for stylistic purposes, we didn't put those bolts back in the bottom, did we?
No, we're going to.
Once we cut the thing, yeah. Yep. That's good. What I think I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna have C-Deck make a custom little pad to go right over top of that to where it fits right there around the non-skid.
Jonathan?
Yes, sir.
Let's do the vacuum cleaner. Okay.
It's biax that's for looks and choppers for sure.
No.
That's the same way I said it last time.
This is for strength.
That's for strength.
Because it's bi-ax. Our axles, you got 3 three things, like three woven coming in that are woven. This stuff is just random. It's just chopped. It's just thrown. Which there's strength in that also, but this has got a weave to it. You know, it's like fabric. So it,
whereas that's like felt.
Yes. So that'll tear easier. This, well, I mean, you can, but you really got to put something to it to tear it. So the strength would definitely be in here.
Gotcha.
All right. Mix up a quart of hardener, or resin, I mean. 10 cc's hardener, and a chip brush. Of course.
What are you doing on the resin? You need more cup?
We will. Half that amount.
Half that amount. You want fresh up?
Yes, please. Okay. Or at least one. And do we have a bucket with acetone in it? Set that in there.
I can make one.
The resin keeps that roller from gumming up.
So, today we are putting on we're cutting the hatch for the deck plates to go in, and there's actually a few different round deck plate areas on holes in the boat that we need to plug with some plates, and there are some old plastic plates that are in there that are cracking and stuff like that, so we're just going to replace all of them. We went over to Armstrong again because they apparently make some pretty good plates, and Bert requested them, but why?
Okay, the reason I like these is if you'll notice that our hatch that we record, right? Traditionally, your old deck plates would have a ring, and then the plate would go on. And the ring would be held down with a series of screws. So each one of them screw points is an intrusion, a way for water to get into the coring of the deck. So with these, they don't have that. This is what secures the deck plate to the deck. So for me, if you recore the deck and you eliminate that trim ring for the deck plate to sit in or screw in or snap in, however it fits, This to me allows no water intrusion. Once you cut the hole and then you seal it up, this allows no water intrusion into the deck. So for me, I think these are a great idea. Plus they make that rectangle, the one I call triangle, the rectangle hatch where we want for the most access to our bilge, they make that one right there. It will work beautifully.
They lent us this little display that they had
Right.
because they're sponsoring this one. They are providing us all the deck plates. Thank you again, Armstrong. You guys are awesome. But they lent us this little box to sort of illustrate how it works. So you can see behind it the little bar that you were talking about. And they were saying that with these plates, the gaskets are really oversized and very thick, so you don't have to get them super tight for them to make a good seal. They said that really you just have to get a couple turns on it just to get it to bite, and that's enough. You don't need to over tighten it. But also they wanted me to point out that there are 2 little diamonds on these.
Right.
So if you're putting them around stringers or anything like that, you can see where they're going to go and get them in there to tighten up. And that's right there, you can see that's about as tight as they need to get. They don't need to get any more squished than that. So they have a couple of different sizes of these. There's a 10-inch, an 8-inch, and a 6-inch in 3 different colors. True white, black. I don't know if they call it true white, but it's a white, black, and then this bone color over here. And then they also make the single size square one. I think this is a 10 by 20.
Again, I called it a triangle, you called it a square. It's actually a rectangle.
That's what Lauren said that too. Oh man. If you want to check out Armstrong, we'll link them below. Thank you again for sponsoring this episode by donating some product. So,
Is that the color we're going with?
do you not like that color?
No, I'm asking.
Yeah, no, we're going with this color.
Okay. Is that
So-
white? Is that white or
This
is
is
it the bottom?
white. So they've
Do
actually
they
given
offer
us
that in the 3 colors or just black or white?
They offer this in the 3 colors,
Okay.
and everything is offered in the 3 colors. All the different sizes are in 3 colors. We are going with all the white ones, and I think we're doing 4 of the 6 inches for around the gunnel and on the side. The one that's at the back in the deck that we just did, I think that's going to be either an 8 or a 10.
Okay.
So we have one of each.
Well, those we filled up, so if we want, in theory, we could make them whichever size we want. If you wanted it to be an 8 or a 10, because we record it, we glass both sides, so we can cut the hole to whatever size you want it to be.
Okay. Well, we'll get one on there before we cut, and then we'll see what we're going to do. But are we going to do that today? The cutting that hole?
No.
Yeah. I didn't,
I-
when do we put the tank back?
What I want to do is get this, decide where we're going to put that, lay out the location for that, and then drill the holes for our deck drain.
You know what we should do too, with that hatch one, while I'm thinking about it, is because these are deeper than a traditional deck plate, that is a consideration you're gonna have to make. They are deep versus just those little plug-in ones. We need to make sure that we have enough clearance for that sender, where the sender comes out of the tank. I think we will. I'm pretty sure we'll be fine.
Fairly
But
sure that we do.
But just do note that it does add about 2 inches of
Right.
depth to what would be a flat plate. So that is something to also watch out for. But I'm excited to get these on here. So,
Boom.
alrighty then.
Okay, let's start.
Gotta say, you do shape some fiberglass. These curves look good.
Well, they're just roughed in. Mikey's going to take them to the next level. He doesn't know it yet, but that's what he's going to do.
Ah, I like that.
Okay. All right, we need us a drill.
Yep. I messed up my chuck today. I mean, it still works, it's fine, but where'd it go? Ah. Getting your hole saw in it, it's so wide that the chuck really bit down on it, and I had to put it in a vise to back it back out.
Huh.
And now it kind of clicks, so I'm like, see? So,
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna get a new chuck at some point. And you need, you got your little, yeah, there you go. You got a bigger one? jigsaw too. Any specific kind of blade you want in the jigsaw?
Just a big tooth blade to be fine.
Big tooth blade, okay. Is it off?
Yeah, I would like it to be a little closer than that. I don't think that will do.
Nice.
All right. Yeah. You did. Of course you did.
That's funny. You think all the rest of this is balsa core? All the rest of this
the
deck?
deck? Yeah, deck's balsa. Doubt this skin is so. I think it's dry. To be honest with you, balsa core is dry. It doesn't get wet. It's fine. But as thick as this deck is,
I don't think it would matter, honestly. For as thick as it is and as small as it is, it doesn't have that much room to rot, you know, and get soft.
it's okay. Why are you doing that, I wonder?
The chuck is getting all. I can pull out the other drills if you want it.
This thing is getting a little goofy on me
Yeah.
for some reason.
I think it's what I did this morning to it to clamp it down and get it out. 'Cause it got all kinds of locked up.
It's fine.
Is it the arbor? Because the whole saw itself doesn't look like it's blockable in that much.
It's the drill bit's bent. It's bent.
Can we replace it?
Yeah, I don't know why it did that.
Sucks. What size?
It's a quarter. Is it bent or is it not? Roll that on the concrete, or roll it, see why it's doing that. Didn't you? Is it bent?
I think so. Here, let me go to a smoother surface here. Yeah, oh yeah, it's bent. You just basically pushed your way through that foam.
I did.
All right, so my jigsaw is a little jank jig, but the blade isn't exactly perfectly straight, as you can see, and neither is the guide, so, but it'll cut.
How about that? See if it'll fit. How close will you fit there? You won't.
It's not gonna fit.
No.
Do you want my multi-tool?
Damn it.
Just go zip, zip, zip along it.
Maybe.
Let me get the round bit on it too, or the half moon bit.
Maybe. Maybe that's what we do.
Is it just that back line that it won't fit on?
Yeah, it won't let it. So that we probably could do. Okay, we'll do this. Plug me in with this first.
Oh, yeah.
How many blades do we have?
I have a few. Here, I'll bring you the. I've got a few in a different, you know, tooth patterns or whatever. I will need. I don't know if it's an Allen. Look at that. Look at the little holder. Is it an Allen key or a flathead? That holds that blade. Oh, flathead. Okay. There you go. How's that?
Good.
Cool. Yeah, I've got a bunch, so
Okay.
pour through them.
So we'll probably
What I need is more multi-tool
one
blades.
line per blade. Yep. Okay. Let's do the multi-tool.
I got this blade on it, but I also have a couple, or maybe like one of the flat blades. So
Let's try this one out. See
Okay.
what it is.
not going all the way through.
You said you got the straight ones?
Yeah. This one's technically for metal, but it's the only one that's not like burnt to crisp.
Okey. I don't know.
Got my trusty Japanese handsaw if so. Here, let me run this through there. Come on, pull us off.
One eternity later.
Okay. I got the Japanese handsaw, but I think you're dead. What, you want a shop vac?
Nah, I need a little bucket or something we can throw garbage in. Yeah, we cut into the balsa cord. The balsa cord's solid.
That's good. That's gonna make rigging a lot easier.
Yeah. Yep.
We gotta flip them.
We're gonna have to do some. I wonder if they make these T's and longer.
The little handles?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Longer grip length.
I can ask.
I'm sure they've come up on this before.
Yeah, I could imagine. Do we put glass on the
Oh yeah.
edge of that? Yeah.
Yeah. No, this is very rough.
Yeah. Step in the right direction. At least it'll drain.
It will. Okay. Where did we go wrong?
Well, that about wraps it up for today's project. We still have to do a little trim work on that hatch and finish that out with some more glass and stuff like that. We'll probably do some of that off camera, and then the hatch will be ready to go and sealed in there. One thing we do need to find out is we either need to dig out a little bit of the foam or the coring material in the deck, or see if we can find some longer screws from Armstrong to get that deck to bite, because we filled it in and our deck is really thick now. Those little T-handle screws are just a smidge short off of we've essentially got two decks that we're going through, and they're not really engineered to go that deep. So we're gonna see if we can find some longer screws from them and get that hatch installed. But everything went pretty well, except for me ruining my Japanese handsaw. So that was kind of a bummer, but that's all right. It was a tool well used, and we salute you, Japanese handsaw. You have been you have been a valued member of this garage. But yeah, thanks for joining us for this one. We'll see you guys next week.